Royals baseball on the final day of a long road trip, and it's been especially long here in St. Petersburg as the Rays have won the first 3 games of the 4-game series. Hi everyone, welcome back to the ballpark with Rex Hudler. I'm Ryan Lefevre, and as the Royals are hoping to avoid a sweep tonight, they send Danny Duffy to the mound, who's back from the disabled list, and he's been really good on the road.
He has been. Call a guy like him a road warrior, and also your team that comes to the ballpark believes they can win. And they know it. Duffy, if he's able to mix all of his pitches in, keep the timing off of the Rays like he did a few years ago when he set that all-time strikeout record, he could be just fine. Look at that ERA, 1.92 under 2, 5-1 last 9 road games. That's going to work.
He'll be going up against Tyler Glasnow, a 6'8" right-hander who's new to the Rays after a trade with the Pirates. For the first time this year, and they're really excited about a young right-hander, Tyler Glasnow. And the first thing you'll notice about Glasnow, he's 6'8". The next thing you notice on our Toyota League leaders, he throws hard.
He does, and most hitters will tell you, and hopefully the Royals will tell you that tonight by the sound of their ball coming off the bat. They like hard throwers. Bring it. Stay short with your swing and let him provide the power. Should be okay.
And we'll see how he matches up against the Royals and Whit Merrifield, who carries an 11-game hitting streak into the game tonight. 3 series in a row, and they're perfect against the Royals so far this year. It's the season series finale tonight. Danny Duffy pitches for the Royals. The last time he pitched here, he struck out 16. And they're a season-high 5 games over 500. There was a time when the Royals just simply could not beat the Rays, especially here. The Rays had won 23 of 33. Then the Royals won 9 of 10 series from 2012 to 2016. But now Tampa Bay has won the last 3 series. Here's the Royals lineup tonight. Adalberto Mondesi has been battling a sore hamstring, so he's only started 1 of the 4 games. Ned Yost will give him another game off, and we hope to see him back in the starting lineup tomorrow against the Indians. Here's 6'8" Tyler Glasnow, pitching out of the bullpen for the Pirates. Gets traded to the Rays, and they plug him in the starting rotation.
Why not? They see a nice future ahead for this kid, and why wouldn't they? Big, strong, perfect pitcher's body, long and lean, downhill angle, and with a lot of fuzz, a lot of gas, another term. But you know what? You're facing a guy with that kind of fuzz, that kind of heat. Shorten up your swing and let him supply the power.
Two 2-0 on Whit Merrifield, who has an 11-game hitting streak. And he extended that streak last night with a home run against Yanni Chirinos off the top of the left field foul pole. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And that fastball don't scare Whit one bit. One for one with Whit's name so far. 2 for 2 now.
Oh, so you were practicing his name.
Whit.
Okay, nice work.
Thank you. But he is not phased one bit by a hard fastball at 98. He welcomes him. Except in there. That's not good in there.
And Glasnow is also 6'8", so with his extension, we're talking about some serious heat. Whit with Yuli Gurriel of the Astros and Nick Markakis of the Braves are the only big leaguers who have 3 hitting streaks of 11 or more games. There's the first breaking ball, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He's mainly fastball curve at this particular point in the season from pitching out of the bullpen.
Adames gets a nice hop, charging in from short, 1 away.
Rays on defense. Carlos Gomez is in right field. He's appeared in 100 games. He's made 87 starts in right field and center and as a DH. Matt Duffy, third baseman. Pinch hit single in the 14 World Series against the Royals for the Giants against Vargas in 14. And that was in San Francisco. He was telling me about it today. He was telling me memories he had of the World Series. He said he only got 2 at-bats, but he got a pinch hit. I was excited for him. So you got a hit. So did Colon. Colon got a pinch hit too, didn't he?
Ooh. Alex Gordon, the numbers don't show it, but he's been hitting the ball like that quite a bit over the past 2 weeks. This one turns into a hit, and he's at second base with 1 out.
That was loud. Hit, good short swing. Can't defend that liner.
And now an RBI spot for Salvador Perez, who has been held to 1 RBI on this entire trip. He takes a rip at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Salvi hitting third, Lucas Duda's hitting fourth. And the White Sox and the Rays have held those two to a combined 1 RBI on this trip. StatCast AI, powered by AWS. .98. No balls, 2 strikes.
Remember, the short, compact swings are the ones that do the most damage against the guy that throws that hard. Now, Glasnow, he's not much for the running game. They're going to work on that with him next year. They're just happy to get him out there being a starter and kind of get him acclimated to the American League.
99 over the outside edge. Salvi tells home plate umpire John Libka that ball was outside. 2 down.
That's 99 paint. Really? You got 2 chances to hit that. Slim and none.
And now Lucas Duda with Gordon at second base, 2 away. He pops the glove. And it sounds great in this building. It sounds like he's throwing 150 miles an hour.
I'm telling you. Royals knew it. Duda, he knows. Stay short.
There goes Alex to third.
They have the scouting report on him. They know he doesn't hold runners very well. He takes a big high leg kick. And they don't want to give Glasnow too much to think about right now. The scouting report the Royals got, hey, you can run on him.
One and 2.
You know, if the Rays were in a postseason or a game where there were this big important, they would have him work on shortening up his stride and working on holding the running game down. But they told me that they don't care about it. Alex, he's got a huge lead off of third. Duffy is way overplaying shortstop. You see him now, he's going to run back. Alex was halfway down the line. And look, there's nobody holding him on. He could get an initial lead and maybe steal home.
With 2 strikes and 2 outs?
Well, look, you know what? That's not a thing that put a play on for that. You don't put a sign on for that. It's a feel thing.
Yeah, but what if he throws a fastball right down the middle of the plate?
Well,
If Duda watches it, he's out.
Yeah, you're right. How about that?
Over Wendell at second base, and Duda comes through and gets Alex home with 2 outs, and that is the first time all season that the Royals have led against the Rays.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, no, look, I'm telling you that they'd love to see the heater. That fastball, when it's straight like that, if it's, out of the middle of the plate, they'll hit it. Good, short, quick swing.
So Duda drives in his first on the trip, and that brings us to Rosell Herrera. A lot of discussion after the game last night and prior to the game tonight about the last out of the game, with Herrera being thrown out at the plate and the tying run coming up in the 9th inning and going without a slide. Mike Jerschele, according to Ned Yost, went directly to Ned's office as soon as the game was over and took the blame for that play because he told Rosell Herrera to head for home. But it looked like, take the facts and put them together, it looked like Rosie thought the ball went through. So if Jersch is waving him home, how hard do you have to run if the ball's in the outfield? And it looked like when Jersch waved Rosell to the plate, Jersch was assuming that Rosell knew that it was still on the infield and he had to bust it to the plate. But Rosell right there looks like a guy that's going to score easily on a base hit to the outfield, but it never got to the outfield. Glasnow gets his second strikeout, but the Royals get a run. And Danny Duffy returns to the mound, where he struck out 16 2 years ago. Alex Gordon doubles. Lucas Duda gets him to the plate. The Royals lead 1-0. And here's a lineup Danny Duffy will face tonight. Duffy's always done well against the Rays. And his best start was here a couple of years ago when he struck out 16. But only Kevin Kiermaier, the number 7 hitter, was in the lineup for that game. And this is Danny's first since coming back from the disabled list with a left shoulder impingement. He is making his 26th start of the season. That ties a career high for him. 1-0 on Malix Smith. That's back and out of play. What does he need to do tonight, Hud?
Well, avoid the big inning. It's hurt him last 2 starts. Big innings have been a problem. Not just this year either. He's had them periodically, but if he can stay away from that, finish guys off with 2 outs, that'd be a big help.
There's a good curveball for a strike. 1-2 on Malik Smith. So those were over his last 2 starts, but this season he's allowed a big inning, 3 or more runs, 12 different times. Chop toward third. Dozier lets it off. He lets it bounce again. Might have had a chance to go foul, but he grabbed it.
All right, Malik Smith, you're not going to throw him out, period. Okay, so back off and see it and get and back of the base, just like you said. Could have went foul, and that's, I don't want to say a rookie mistake, but you want to let that ball play out. See what happens. Get behind the bag and see where it bounces.
That angle we just showed you looked like it was going to go over the bag, but to your point, if you've got no chance to get him, he's not going to turn it into a double.
Nope. It's all right. He's happy he's got a lead here in the first inning. He can pick him up here with a good pitch, roll up a pair.
The other Duffy pulls it foul. No balls, 2 strikes.
Dave Holtzman's got to be excited about this matchup, doesn't he?
Duffy against Duffy. Hitting .293 overall. Malik Smith is going. Salvi's throw is into the runner and into center field. Fortunately, Smith had no idea where the ball was, so he'll stop at second base. Smith asks Witt if he's all right. Witt asks Smith if he's all right. And a runner at second base with nobody out.
Throw was right into the runner here. It just missed his head. Witt couldn't get to it. And Malik Smith could read Witt. He could read him as he slid. See, he's turning his head. He could see Witt was trying to catch that ball in front of him. Good thing. That could have been ugly.
2-2 on Matt Duffy. And Malik Smith, with that stolen base, ties Adalberto Mondesi with 11 stolen bases since the All-Star break, most in the major leagues. Duffy trying to hit it to the right side and advance the runner. He is 0 for 2, by the way, against Danny Duffy.
Dave Holtzman told me it's the 4th time a Duffy's faced a Duffy.
Got him looking.
All right, good spot. Coming in, establishing the fastball, man, that's good. So Matt, you got to go. Forward around the horn, Royals defense, Brett Phillips in center field. Phillips, he's +9 in defensive run save this year. Anytime you're a plus over anything, you're good. Eske, 101st start at shortstop. He's back at home.
At almost ended up in center field. Jake Bauers. A .209 hitter. He is 0 for 6 against the Royals with a couple of walks. Dozier will give it a look. It's out of play. With Duffy coming off the disabled list tonight, Glenn Sparkman was optioned back to AAA Omaha. Expect to see him in a little over a week when the rosters expand in September. Strike, and it's 0-2 on Bauers. who's in a deep slump at the moment. He is 1 for his last 33. 1-2.
Well, you know, hasn't really hurt the Rays the first 3 games, and he's played a couple of them, but he's got some power. They like him. He's got a little pop. He's hit 14 and 13 home runs and 16 and 17 in the minors. 78, 63 ribbies. So he's got some power potential. They're just going to have to be patient with him.
2 balls, 2 strikes. He is originally out of the Padres organization. A little bit low, so from 0-2 to 3-2. Right-hand hitting C.J. Cron is on deck. Got him. So Bowers is 1 for his last 34, and Duffy has struck out the last 2.
Hey, I like how Duffy's establishing that fastball here early. This is good. Doesn't have to show him that the big breaking ball and the changeup. Save him. Hopefully his pitch count will stay low and he'll be able to pitch deep into this game. Ned mentioned anything about a pitch count with him?
Got Cron on the foot. He did not mention a specific pitch count. Danny threw 100 pitches 12 days ago. So that's not that long of a layoff where you're talking about a very restricted pitch count. Oh boy, look, you didn't get that on the kneecap.
Ooh, I'll say.
Two on, 2 out to left-hand hitting Joey Wendell.
Man, that's the 15th time Cron's been hit. They've been hit 78 times this year.
And that leads the league.
What the heck? Carlos Gomez, 20.
Two and 0 on Wendell. Wendell had the Rays' big hit in Game 2 on Tuesday night with a 2-out, 2-run triple. That's a little bit high. 3 balls and no strikes. Ball 4. So at 2 outs, the Rays get a hit batter and a 4-pitch walk, bringing up Willie Adames. And we were telling you in Hud's Key that Duffy has allowed a 4-run inning in his last 2 starts. In his last start, which was against the Cardinals, he allowed a 4-run inning with 2 outs. And now here are the Rays loading the bases with 2 outs. And a changeup is in the dirt to Adames.
He's 0 for 3 in his career with them loaded.
Two balls, no strikes. So Duffy's missed with his last 7 pitches.
He's going to be a little bit careful here. He knows Adames can turn on that fastball. He's a good fastball hitter.
Right by him.
Good. Stay with it. I mean, you know what? Just make sure it's not in the middle. I mean, that was in. He was waiting for it, but he got it by him. Too long a swing.
Yeah, a little bit of a rookie mistake there, going for it all.
Way too long. If you throw him a changeup now, you're going to speed his bat up. Be careful. Stay hard with him. There you go.
3-1. 2. Six pitches. And now Smith, Crone, and Wendell are running. And it's a foul tip and a strikeout. So it wasn't easy, but Duffy ends up with a scoreless bottom of the first. Duffy ends up striking out the side. Ryan O'Hearn takes ball 1 from Tyler Glasnow. 1-0 Royals on a Lucas Duda RBI single. One ball, one strike. Ryan's average is up to 229 after last night's game. He had his first big league multi-hit game. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good for him. Put another one of those together, get that average up to where it's looking really good. A couple of hits would be nice.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Our Kubota power stats. In fact, he had a 3-hit game last night. And over his last 8 games, he's hitting .320 with an .840 slugging percentage. Good eye, and it seems like most of the time Ryan O'Hearn gets himself to a 3-2 count.
Showing some good plate discipline. Got to be sitting on dead red here. Drive it, hit one in that right center field gap again. Wow.
Fought it off.
There's some respect. Threw him a breaking ball. Got a fastball like that, I'm going right after the rookie.
Now he's going to get a fastball. Tied him up. It may have been a ball. Joey Wendell makes the play, 1 out.
As you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the whole true moment later in tonight's game.
Hunter Dozier hit a 2-run home run last night. Talking about teaching moments last inning, and the final out of the game when Rosell Herrera was out at the plate to end the game. With Dozier coming up, Hunter had a chance to be the tying run in the ninth inning. Another teaching moment Ned Yost was talking about. Yes, Dozier hit a 2-run home run. He also came up with a runner at third and less than 2 outs last night. And Chirinos struck him out. And not just for Dozier, but the entire Royals offense at the moment. It's nice to get the 2-run home run and the 3-run home run, but right now they need to cash in opportunities when you need to just get 1 run home.
Yep.
Bowers makes a play. 2 down in the 2nd inning. Royals are hitting more home runs. All 10 runs in the last 4 games have come by way of a home run. But at the same time, the Royals are hitting .222 in the last 4 games and just .125 with runners in scoring position. I remember being on a caravan one year with Royals Hall of Famer Willie Wilson. Willie says, when you dig into the box, the game will tell you what you need to do. Sometimes the game says whale away, driving a couple of runs here. Yep. Sometimes the game tells you you need to hit a ground ball and advance the runner. Sometimes the game says runner at third, you need to get him home. Every situation is different.
Right. Every time a hitter comes to the plate, there's a situation. Some guys don't think that way, especially young. Even more veteran players. I think I've shared this with you before. Rod Carew, our hitting coach with the Angels, didn't like us in our hitting situations, certain situations. He had us all out there at 3 o'clock early, the whole team, the whole batters, all 9 of them. And he would throw batting practice, and he would call out a certain situation.
3 up, 3 down. Glass now has struck out 3 in his first 2 innings. The Royals lead 1-0. Danny Duffy will face the lower third in the 2nd inning. The Rays loaded the bases against Danny in the first, but he struck out Willie Adames to get out of it. And now a rip and a foul by Kevin Kiermaier. 196 on the year, but in this series, 6 out of 11 with a walk.
Just hitting 154 against left-handed pitch. He's had some issues. Now, a lot of it's mental. I've been hearing from some of their coaches. that just overthinking. Sometimes that happens. You get a hitter, when you start struggling, you're going to go try to tinker. You're going to start doing things. You're going to try to change things, and that's what he's been doing this season. Can't really find what's working.
And 2 spring trainings ago, he got a 7-year contract from the Rays, and he's had a serious injury the last 2 years. So there's probably the human element as well, feeling like he's not living up to that big contract.
Better believe that's right. That applies to the mental muscle.
Duffy has struck out 4. So 1 down in the bottom of the 2nd, and let's go to Joel.
All right, guys. Well, Adalberto Mondesi not starting in the lineup for the 3rd out of 4 games here in this series. And, you know, we've been reporting throughout the last few months that he's had difficulties at times staying healthy, and they want to build him up to that, and they were building up to that, but had a little bit of a hamstring issue that he suffered in Chicago. And so Ned Yost saying today they're being careful with him. He could play. He wants to play, just battling through a little bit of that. And then I asked Ned, I said, well, because of the turf, is that another reason? And he said that was my first thought too. And then when I walked out, I realized that if you're an infielder, you're on the dirt the whole time. It's the outfielders, guys like Jorge Bonifacio with the back injury right now that they need to be careful with.
Phillips makes a play on Carlos Gomez, and they're 2 down. Bonifacio possibly could have been in there. The same with Mondesi, but Ed wants to give him 1 more day just to be sure. There are fewer hazards on the natural grass at Kauffman Stadium, where the Royals will be tomorrow night.
Yep, get him back home on some Trevor turf.
Jesus Sucre takes ball 1 outside. One ball, 1 strike. Danny Duffy could use a quick inning here. He threw 27 pitches in the 1st inning. So now he's thrown only 9 in this inning, and he has 2 outs. Tried to speed up on Sucre and missed outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sliced up the right field line, and Rosel Herrera makes the play. 3 up, 3 down. Duffy does have a quick 2nd inning. And at the end of 2, the Royals lead 1-0. In with Jayhawk night. It's the Royals and the Indians. So KU fans, purchase your theme ticket to receive this Royals cap featuring the Jayhawk logo. And stay after the game for summer fireworks. Royals.com/theme tickets for your ticket and the hat. Alcides Escobar, no balls, one strike. Escobar has hit in his last 7 games and really has been swinging the bat better over the last 2 weeks. Hitting right around 350 over the last 2 weeks. One ball, 2 strikes against Tyler Glasnow. That with a .920 OPS. Fastball at 98. Glasnow has struck out 4.
Some high cheddar, you can't catch it. No way. You can't catch up to it.
That's a base hit into right field, and Whit Merrifield is hit in 12 straight. He is on with 1 out.
Find a hole, that's all you want to do. That's a short, quick swing there. Perfect. 3 hits the Royals have gotten tonight have all been on that little short strokes. What we talked about. It's how you hit him. Find a hole. Now, Whitley, I mustn't be surprised if he didn't go early, but they might try to pitch out on him. See if he can catch Malik Smith.
Alex Gordon doubled up the right field line in the first inning, and then he stole third, and Lucas Duda got him to the plate. Now the numbers, and that's the bottom line, but the numbers say Alex is 6 for his last 44. There goes Whit, and Alex fouls it at the plate. But inside of that 6 for 44, Alex Gordon right now might be swinging the bat as well as he has all season.
Yep. We talked before the game when I said, have you seen the ball any better in the last 3 years now? And he says, no. This is the best I've felt. And you can see it.
Whit started to go. He didn't like his jump, and it's a good thing because that would have been a good pitch to throw with for Sucre. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Sucre, he has a good quick release and a nice arm. He's thrown out 27%. That's a good mark. Hey, there was a little quick pitch there. Did you see that? He barely even stopped. .227 opponent average on the fastball. The slider and the changeup, you know, those aren't used very well, but what they're going to do with him is they're going to incorporate his changeup. And they want him to bring it in more as a starter next year. And he has a good one, but he just hadn't trusted it. Out of the bullpen, you only need 2 pitches when you throw 99 miles an hour. So he's been using fastball curve, but they told me that he was going to use the changeup more.
Witt runs again, and it's not even close. And Adames, kind of a little league move there by motioning to the outfield as if it went into center field, but Witt didn't go for it.
That's a good move. I've gotten guys on that before. I got them a couple in the big leagues, and I got some in the minors for doing this. You get up and you run, but you got to run 4 or 5 steps, make it look good, sell it. Guy jumps off the base, you tag him out. You're looking for outs.
Yeah. Witt playfully slapped at him and said, "Come on, man."
Well, you know, it's been done. Had a lot of pitchers come up to me and say, "Hey, good out, man. Thanks for getting that out." So really, any way you can get it, it works.
So that was his 28th, and now he's tied for the American League lead again with D. Gordon and Jose Ramirez. Two on, one out to Salvador Perez. Salvi took a called third strike on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball over the outside edge of the plate. He didn't appear to be thrilled with the call and had a word or two with the home plate umpire.
Unhittable. Maybe foul ball at best. Alex, the trail runner behind Whitley. He's got his eyes all over Witt. Witt had a fake like he was going to run. So did Alex. That's a hard job when you're the trail runner and you're watching for the reaction.
So that got Glasnow's attention. The Rays sent Chris Archer to the Pirates. And the Rays got Glasnow and some minor leaguers. And as Hud mentioned, he was being used out of the bullpen. He had 34 appearances for the Pirates, all out of the pen. And now all 5 of his appearances with the Rays have been as a starter. He was considered the 8th best prospect in the major leagues and the Pirates' #1 prospect before that trade. 6'8". He has size 17 shoes.
Wow. Salvi's due. He's just 2 for 17 in RISP this month. He's overdue.
Gomez gets behind it. Witt tags. Gomez throw is cut off. And runners are at first and third with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Lucas Duda. Jumped on a fastball in the first inning and drove in Gordon. And now he has Merrifield at third and Gordon at first with 2 outs. That was Lucas's first RBI of the trip. .96 in for a strike. And now Alex runs and no throw. And now Duda has 2 in scoring position. So Alex Gordon has 2 stolen bases tonight, and the Royals have already swiped 3 against Jesus Sucre. At least they will go on Sucre's ledger. But really, they're stealing off the pitcher Glass now. And Duda hits it high to right field, deep, up into the catwalks, and caught at the wall by Gomez. Lottery. Every ticket played gives back to Missouri schools. So play it forward with the Missouri Lottery. And by Chevrolet, the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall. Find yours at your Kansas City area Chevy dealers. One nothing. Very close to 4-0. Lucas Duda hit one to the wall in right field with 2 on and 2 out. Caught by Carlos Gomez.
Too bad, man. That was a good shot. I thought for sure it was going to hit the catwalk.
Phillips goes into left center field and retires Alex Smith. And Danny Duffy, after fighting his control in the first inning, at one point he missed with 7 pitches in a row, but he got out of it, and now he has set down the last 5.
Did he break his bat on that swing? Because I asked him. I finally caught up with him. He you know how long he's had that bat? Since spring training. Because it looked like it had a lot of wear in it, and it almost, I think he hit it off the end. I don't know if he broke it or not.
That'll land in right field. Matt Duffy is on with 1 out. Did you ask him about that spot on his bat?
I did. He said that that's worn. He uses it in batting practice too. I said, you do? He says, I have a rotation of 3 or 4 bats that I rotate in there. And he goes, that's been one that I've had since spring training. So, and he said he uses birch wood. Birch, maple, and ash are the premium woods used.
Strong as guys are today, I'm waiting for someone to go up there with an oak bat.
I don't know.
Right? Or a redwood.
Yeah, there would be those that would. Obviously, maybe it doesn't hit right or whatever. Maybe it breaks or whatever.
Too hard.
Yeah,
that was a problem with the maple bats. They were breaking in half.
It's got to be a reason.
Somewhat pliable. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jake Bowers. Duffy had a 27-pitch first inning, and then he needed just 11 in the second to get the Rays in order. 2-1 on Bowers. whom he struck out in the first inning. Shot into center field. That'll get a guy out of his slump. Bowers had been 1 for his last 34, and he gets a hug from his first base coach, Ozzie Timmons.
106 right there by Escobar. And second base umpire, watch your lips. Oh, man. That was head high. I mean, those are hard to get out of the way of, let alone try to catch it.
Low to C.J. Cron. Duffy hit him on the leg with a pitch in the first inning. Diving stop and no out. Dozier kept it on the infield, so Duffy has to hold at third, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Rays have 3 straight singles.
Looked like he had it. Hit the heel of his glove and kind of went out the front of it.
Salvi wants to make sure everybody's on the same page in the event of a ground ball here with Joey Wendell. He took a 4-pitch walk in the first inning. So the Rays have loaded the bases twice in the first 3 innings. Wendell takes up and away, ball 1.
Wendell just 1 for 13 with him loaded this season.
He helped out Duffy there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider is high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wendell hits the ball to all fields, so the Royals are spread out evenly on the infield. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Good spot for the fastball off the plate and away. You want to get him anything middle in, he can get the barrel on. A couple Rays hitters have been on Duffy's pitches here in this inning.
And we'll do it again. Danny has struck out 4. He ended up striking out the side in the first inning after the Rays had loaded the bases. Hey! Right field. It'll stay in the park. And it's deep enough for Duffy, Matt Duffy, to come down from third. And the Rays tie the game on Wendell's RBI. And Bowers goes to third.
Wendell gets the job done. He's looking to stay aggressive. The pitch was in on him. It wasn't a bad spot, but he was quick and ready for that. You got to be ready to knock in runs when they're loaded. Good take.
And here's Willie Adames. Duffy struck him out with the bases loaded to end the first. Curveball's in the dirt for ball 1. Duffy had fallen behind Adames, got back into the count and struck him out, all with fastballs. And now a changeup is pulled on the ground to third, and Dozier didn't get him. A run scores and the Rays take the lead.
Little chopper. Adames showing off his speed. Dozier coming in, got to it quickly. He just beat it out. I think anything Dozier did wrong there. I think Adames just, he smelt that hit and he knocked in a run with it.
The only run of the game on Monday night was an infield single to third by Adames. That drove in Joey Wendell. This time Adames gets Bowers to the plate. So 2-1 Tampa Bay. And now Kevin Kiermaier, who went down looking in the second inning. Crone is at second base. Adames is at first. 2-0. Phillips comes in, slides, and he's got it.
Whoa. Nice pickup.
And Kiermaier's having some fun with his counterpart, saying, "You trapped that." Phillips said, "No, I didn't. You're out." And that saved a third run, but the Rays get 2 to take the lead.
Nice concentration.
About Brett Phillips saves a run with that sliding play, and even Kevin Kiermaier, who hit the ball and has won a couple of Gold Gloves, had to smile at Phillips' effort in center field. And now Rosel Herrera lines it to right, and Gomez makes a tumbling play. Carlos Gomez, boy, he loves him some Carlos Gomez. One out in the fourth inning.
No doubt. He does. He has a lot of fun. He's got a lot of flash to him. But look, that's a top spin liner. He was able to get to that. You know what? There's not many like him in the game today, but he's got a lot of pizzazz. There's no question. And if he hit me a ball and I was a fielder and I made a catch like that, I'd do the same thing right back to him.
No, not you.
Oh, you believe it?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that's fun though.
Gomez also made a nice play to end the third inning. Up against the wall in right field, and a drive from Lucas Duda.
Yeah, and I know, a couple weeks ago maybe it was, where when he got hit for the 20th time, he just dropped like a tree. When you cut down a tree, he just dropped. And it was funny, and we all laughed. And then I heard the explanation why he did that, and said he's been hit so many times this year that no one, the trainers never came out and gave him any love, never gave him no attention. So he just acted like he was gonna, you know, he was hurt. It didn't last long. He got right back up again.
The trainer still didn't come out.
No, they didn't.
2 quick outs for Tyler Glasnow, and now Hunter Dozier popped out to first in the second inning. One ball, one strike. Hunter homered last night on his birthday, turning 27, and now he's facing a pitcher who's pitching on his birthday. '24-year-old Tyler Glasnow.
A nice future ahead of him. Stays healthy.
Breaking ball. He has struck out 6 in 4 innings. The Rays lead 2-1. Drive to success 2 years ago. Danny Duffy struck out 16. That's a Royals record. He also had 7 hitless innings, which was broken up by Desmond Jennings. And he ended up going 8 innings, giving up just that 1 hit. And a Royals record 16 strikeouts. Not only was that the last time he has pitched on this mound, it was the last time he faced the Rays. He didn't see the Rays once last year and did not face the Rays in Kansas City back in May. Tonight the Rays have 2 runs, 5 hits against Duffy. Danny has walked a batter and he has hit a batter, so the Rays have had 7 base runners in the first 3 innings.
Yep, I remember after the next day. Ooh, watch out. Evan Longoria was telling me about how impressed he was of Duffy, and that how he disguised his pitches so well. He threw all pitches from the stretch, and he would slide step and throw all pitches, and it just disrupted their timing. And plus, his stuff was great that night. He was 95 plus, but he had good action on everything, and he was disrupting the timing. That's the whole key.
Gomez flied out to center field in the second inning. He is down on strikes. He's already had an impact defensively tonight. That is Duffy's 5th strikeout. So, speaking of Danny Duffy's gem here at Tropicana Field, our sprint trivia question. Danny is one of 5 American League lefties since 1990 to record 16 or more strikeouts. One of 5 AL lefties since 90 with 16 or more strikeouts. Who are the other 4? Randy Johnson, right?
Yep.
Randy Johnson. There's one. Chris Sale. Did Sale strike out 300 last year?
I think so.
Chris Sale. Strike 1. Two and one on Jesus Sucre. Into right center field, Phillips calls off Herrera. Sucre is 0 for 2. Barry Zito, you have a big strikeout game?
Might have.
Kenny Rogers.
How about the Big Maple?
James Paxton.
Gambler.
Why not?
Gambler might be a good
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, he was a big strikeout guy at one time, wasn't he?
In his perfect game in 1994, he was throwing 96. I believe that was the first year of the ballpark in Arlington. That's when he threw it. He had good stuff. Excellent.
You want to try Kenny Rogers?
Go ahead. I'll back it. If you don't want to, don't do it. Oh, we got some names now. Got a little bit of time.
Johan Santana. Big strikeout guy, right?
Very possible.
Oh, you know what? You know who got some strikeouts for a short period of time? Johan Santana's teammate.
Oh, man. Watch this take off here.
Herrera is able to cut it off, so that's huge. Otherwise, that's an easy triple for Smith. He's 2 out of 3, and he's at second base with 2 down.
I thought that was good.
Francisco Liriano had some big strikeout games.
That's good, but I think Mo Lottery replay. Outside pitch, good swing. There he goes. Better be careful with that bat he's used in spring training, but he just slams it on the carpet. He don't care. He's off to the races now. Smith, good-looking young player. .20-second double. Looks like to me he's going to be a doubles, triples machine. Steal, get on, you know. Doing an excellent job for the Rays this season. I just think that James Paxton did it recently.
All right. So you want to go Paxton?
You know what?
Yes or no?
Yeah, yes.
James Paxton. Correct.
Thank you.
See, trust your instinct.
All right. Little conviction
Hammond
there.
and Hahn. I mean, come on. This is the big leagues.
Okay. All right.
2 balls, no strikes. You cost us a win last night.
Well, all I did was I wrote the name down and showed you the name,
which I thought was a great guess.
Right. So then I looked it up to see, and when it was the right guess, I told you he had 14 wins that year.
Yeah.
That wasn't cheating.
But it was not confirmed a right guess.
You've guessed guys, and I've seen you look up their numbers too.
No, I was looking to see if J.P. Howell was active or not. I wasn't checking to see if he was with the Rays or not.
Well, how do I know that? I mean, I was just being honest. Heck, he had a big year that year for him.
Was it 14 wins you said that year?
Mm-hmm.
13 teams, Edwin Jackson? Is that
I
what you
think I
counted?
counted that many.
Yeah.
Now, he has played for one team twice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't name that team, but you could do a whole lot of trivia on him.
Off Salvi's glove, Duffy walks against Duffy. So 2 outs and nobody on. The Rays get a double and a walk. That's Danny's second tonight. And now could be facing a potentially dangerous hitter. Jake Bowers struck out against Duffy in the first inning. That made him 1 for his last 34. And then in the third inning, he hit a shot into center field for a single, and it was like the weight of the world was lifted from his shoulders. He had a big smile of relief over at first base, got a hug from his first base coach. So that's a relaxed hitter at the plate.
And you don't see how he broke out of that like that very often. It's usually a doinker, a chop knock, not 106 exit velo. That's the best kind.
Danny Duffy is at 77 pitches, his first start in 12 days. So Kevin McCarthy warms up, and warms up quickly in the Royals bullpen. So do you like Kenny Rogers or Johan Santana, Francisco Liriano, Barry Zito?
Faced a lot of lefties in between 90 and 97.
What about Greg Swindell? Did he have any big strikeout? No?
I don't think so. But I'm thinking there could be some more recent.
1 ball, 1 strike. What about Matt Moore?
I like Zito better than that. Matt Moore. Matt Moore, he's a soft tosser. It's hard for guys like that to get strikeouts.
Ooh. Center field, deep, but playable.
Oh man, that sounded loud.
Yep.
Of course, everything does.
So the Rays strand 2. They've left 7 on base in the first 4 innings. And get a great deal at the Jeep Labor Day sales event. And by Pizza Ranch, hungry for legendary pizza and chicken, it's Pizza Ranch for the win. And it's Brett Phillips to lead off the 5th inning. 2-1 Rays. Lucas Duda drove in the Royals run in the first, and then he almost hit a 3-run home run in the third. The Rays have RBIs from Wendell and Adames in a 2-run third inning. 1-1 on Phillips. He went down on strikes against Glasnow in the 2nd inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2.
I was talking with Matt Duffy before game 1 of the series, and he was asking me about some of the Royals players. And I mentioned Phillips, and he goes, oh, man, he got him on that one. Too bad. That's a 96, good hit. He says, I've been playing Fortnite. It's a video game with him since December. I go, really, did you ever meet him? He says, no, I never met him. And so then now the series is over. They've met in between, and Duffy said it was an interesting experience because they've been playing Fortnite for months. And Phillips said it was like an online connection that we had. We met for the first time and we knew each other. It was weird. They said they laughed.
Welcome to 2018.
Yeah, they knew each other, but they'd never met before, and they knew they were big leaguers. Now they're on the same team, by the way, with the game.
One and 2 on Eske. Speaking of, Joel, you're going to the Middle East, aren't you?
Yes, not to play Fortnite. But your kids are too young, by the way, Ryan.
Yes.
HUD understands this.
Yes.
I understand it. Anyway, you know how we do every year, we do our This One's For You broadcast on September 11th, and we connect with troops overseas. Well, this year, same deal on September 11th, but going along for the ride, Hall of Famer George Brett, Royals Hall of Famers Brett Saberhagen and Mike Sweeney, plus former Royal Reggie Sanders, and I'm going to tag along. So we will be live on the broadcast over in the Middle East with troops from the Missouri area, the Missouri National Guard 35th Combat Aviation Brigade, which is stationed based out of Sedalia, Missouri. And remember last year and past years where you talk to some of the folks over there, they're huge Royals fans that are deployed over there. So we will be there for a number of days and doing all kinds of features, and then live during that September 11th broadcast at Kauffman Stadium with the players, with the troops overseas.
Wow.
There you go, bud.
What an opportunity for you and everybody else, and what a treat for them, for you to go to see them in person.
You know, I thought about this a lot when HUD, we visited, you and I and Monty and our wives and some of the players, the September 11th Memorial in New York. We went there last month, and just that's always such a somber and meaningful day of reflection. And I think we've always tried to bring that out, the connection of baseball and the military and what it is able to do for all of us around the world. So to be able to take part in this and have a very small part and bring that back to all of our fans in Kansas City and the Midwest and even around the world, to be a small part of that and to be able to spend that time with the troops on that day. Technically, guys, by the time the broadcast starts, it'll be September 12th, early morning. Remember how we've heard that some of those men and women will line up early in the morning to get a good seat in the room at, say, 1 in the morning. It'll be 3 in the morning over there, and we'll be with George and Sabes and Reggie and Sweeney.
Right.
So it's, I don't want to speak on their behalf, but I'm pretty sure that they would all agree that it's just a huge honor for all of us to be able to spend time over there.
Steve Kurtenbach, our director, just gave us a shot of Ned Yost in the Royals dugout, and with the Royals playing the National League East next year, and the Royals will go to Washington, and Ned with the Braves and with the Brewers and with the Royals always takes players and coaches to the Reed Rehabilitation Center there for the players to meet wounded members of our military. Walter Reed.
I'm happy Goldie's getting a chance to experience that, but we'll miss him. But I look forward to hearing the report.
One and one on Whit Merrifield with Escobar at first base. Eske had a long plate appearance and reached with a walk, and now Whit hits it into the right field corner and onto the Rays tarp. His single in the 3rd inning stretches hitting streak to 12 games. No swing. Scott Berry is the umpire at first base. Another base hit to right field. Escobar will not run on Gomez, who still has a strong arm. So it's another 2-hit Witt night, and the Royals have 2 on, 1 out.
Same place as the last one. Sees that big hole there, and he's really, in a sense, he's telling the Rays, how dare you play me to pull? Nobody plays Witt to pull.
Comes pitching coach and former Royals first-round pick Kyle Snyder out to have a chat with Glass now before Alex Gordon comes up.
Enjoy $10 tickets with Price Chopper Ballpark deals available now exclusively throughout the Ballpark app. Get a $10 ticket for Sunday's game versus the Indians. For more information, visit royals.com/ballparkdeal.
Kyle Snyder, the Rays feel like, is developing into one of the best pitching coaches in the American League. 41 multi-hit games. That's in the top 10 in the American League. And now we'll see what Alex Gordon can do. Alex has doubled up the right field line. He has walked, he has stolen 2 bases, and he has scored the Royals' run.
Oh, getting a hold of that upper 90s fastball and hit it out of the park.
Like a lot of good pitching coaches, Kyle Snyder, they say, always seems to pick the right time to go to the mound and has the right thing to say. And Glasnow had a long battle with Escobar. He walked. A longer battle with Witt. He singled. So it's probably a good time to go out there and allow Glasnow to catch his breath and reset before pitching to Alex Gordon. Kyle's first year as big league pitching coach. He had been in their minor league system for a while.
Good opportunity here for a double steal. Why not?
Hard hit to right, and it drops in front of Gomez, and he had to go up to get it. Here comes Escobar, and Gomez makes a wild throw that ends up over to the Royals dugout, and Alex Gordon will advance to second base. So an ill-advised throw by a veteran outfielder. The Royals have tied the game, and now they have runners at second and third with 1 out. And Salvador Perez coming up.
Oh, love it. Had he got underneath it, that was out of here. Just keep swinging the bat with his hands. He's not using his body at all. He's just handsy type of hitting, and the ball kind of bounced high, got Gomez off balance. I don't know where he was going with that one. Halfway between bases. I believe Witt could have scored, but he said, you know what, we got second and third, less than 2, Salvi up, why waste the opportunity? He can knock us in.
And here's where the Royals really need to improve on offense. Second and third, 1 out, infield in. Salvi has struck out and flied to right against Glasnow.
Mentioned last time up, he's 2 for 17. Now he's 2 for 18 in runners in scoring position. Big hit would be nice.
And got a fly ball.
That'll work.
Kiermaier to get it. Both runners will tag. So Salvi gets the job done. Merrifield comes down from third, and the Royals regain the lead.
A little slider. He's kind of stayed up.
And now Lucas Duda. Lucas singled to right with 2 outs in the first inning and drove in a run, and then hit one to the wall to right field in the third with 2 on and 2 out. Walked by Sucre, 2 balls and no strikes. Adam Kolarek is ready to go in the bullpen. He's appeared twice in this series, and with Duda heading the count 2-0, the Rays will put him on. Duda's already made his point tonight with 2 good at-bats against Glasnow. And now Herrera, who has struck out and flied out to right.
Hit a ball. That was good. He hit that ball hard. Let's see if he can find a hole somewhere. You ready?
One and one. Home plate umpire John Libka ruled that a swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. O'Hearn is on deck. Kolarek is ready to come into the game, so this is Glasnow's last guy. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and he's moving up on 100 pitches. 94 in just 4 2/3 innings. Three and two. Duda runs from first, and Herrera takes a strike. Royals get 2 in the 5th inning. They have scored 3 tonight, none by way of a home run. There's Monty. Hope to see you on Saturday. We're giving away the exclusive Jeff Montgomery bobblehead, compliments of Farmland. That's to the first 20,000 fans through the gates. as the Royals host the Indians at 6:15. Tickets are at royals.com/tickets.
You're gonna want one of them. I've spent the week with Monty, and it's been a lot of fun. We've gone to places that I never would have gone before if I didn't have him with me. I mean, I can't wait till the fans can get one.
C.J. Cron has been hit by a pitch, and he has an infield single. Cron, Wendell, and Adames. Duffy's next pitch will be his 90th, and Kevin McCarthy, who was throwing in the bullpen last inning, is up and throwing again. That is just below us. And he's at 83 pitches. Danny has thrown 100 pitches in 8 straight starts, but he also hasn't pitched in 12 days, having spent some time on the disabled list. And Dios may allow him to go so long as he's getting outs, and he gets Cron for his 6th strikeout. All right, our sprint trivia question. Danny Duffy 2 years ago had 16 strikeouts here. He is one of 5 American League lefties since 1990 with 16 or more strikeouts. We have James Paxton and Randy Johnson, and a long list of potentials. Strike to Joey Wendell, who has walked, and he has a sacrifice fly.
And we do have 1 strike, correct?
Yep. It's been a fly ball pitcher tonight. Rays have not made a single out on the ground. They do have some infield hits, so they have hit the ball on the ground. We've got 2 outs in the game to work with as well, so you want to.
Yeah, I think you should throw out Cliff Lee.
Cliff Lee.
Is he new? We didn't bring him up.
No.
Who do we have?
Wow, where'd that come from?
Well, I don't know if David Wells in his younger days, maybe with the Blue Jays, had a game like that. Might have. You know, maybe Santana. I don't know, man. We might have to rally the troops here on this one.
What does that mean?
That means we got to have some lucky guesses.
Phillips got a good break. 2 down.
You can't hit it out there.
Well, we're down to 1 out in the game, so go ahead. Pick one.
You got the names, you throw them out there. Which ones do you like? With your gut.
Well, Francisco Liriano's a young pitcher with the Twins. He had a run there for a while where he was piling up the strikeouts, but 16's a lot. I also mentioned Johan Santana.
Yep.
You like either one of those 2?
I think Cliff Lee might be one.
All right, Cliff Lee. Strike 2.
Okay, now
and it's strike 2 in the game as well.
Your call for the next one then.
I like Johan Santana.
All right.
Johan Santana.
Ding,
Correct.
ding, 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 ding.
One more.
Okay, we need one. Stay hot.
You like Kenny Rogers?
I didn't on one night in '94 at the ballpark when he threw that perfect game.
Okay, well, this isn't a perfect game trivia question.
I know.
Do you like him for the trivia question?
No, it's your guess. I don't like striking out. I struck out a lot in my first career.
Barry Zito.
Oof. Those are tough.
I just guessed Santana, so it's your guess.
Okay.
Hurry up. Who is it?
Hey, I'm gonna go with Santana.
We already guessed Santana.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
David Wells.
Let's go with David Wells. By T-Mobile. We talked about before the game against Glass. Now this hard fastball pitcher, what are you going to do? Stay short. And there's all these short swings here. They got 5 knocks off that fastball tonight. Good job. Now he's out of the game. See if they can get the lefty. Hold that lead for Duffman.
Adam Kolarek is a Chevy call to the bullpen. This is the 3rd time he's appeared in this 4-game series. A couple of left-hand batters are coming up. First, Ryan O'Hearn. He was 0 for 2 against Tyler Glasnow. And he leads off our Sonic Slam inning. Oh, 2. Tonight's contestant is Sherry Roach from Blue Springs. If the Royals hit a home run out of the park in this inning, Sherry wins $500. If the Royals hit a grand slam out of the park, Sherry wins $25,000 from Sonic and the Royals. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kolarek, he's got a little deception with that sidearm delivery. Sinker, 93 to 95, sinks, slider, changeup. He'll lower and raise the arm angle. Adds a lot more trickery to it. We had David Wells.
You had David Wells.
I like David Wells. I think I hit 3 homers off of him. I liked him. But I missed him in the trivia.
But we got Johan Santana twice, so there's that.
Well, I don't like it. You know, panicking with down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds to go. I'm scrambled.
And now Kolarek will get a right-hand batter and Hunter Dozier with Brett Phillips on deck. Hunter is popped to first and struck out looking. Good location, 0-1. Hit hard and off of Adames' glove. Dozier's on with one out.
Boy, that ball was laced. Yeah, be ready. Well, change up. 110 exit velo. Dozier, he's not messing around. That's 2 he's barreled nicely in last night, 1 tonight. And that home run last night, I was talking to him before the game. I said, you know, I was talking about you shortening up with 2 strikes and hit the ball to right field. And he says, I did. I shortened up my swing. Just caught it right. Hit it out of the yard. 6th home run.
Phillips has struck out swinging and struck out looking. Chopped out to second, and the Rays get the force on Dozier, so Phillips is at first base with 2 down.
Folks, won't you join us, Fox Sports Kansas City, on September 30th, the last game of the season, for a special day at the K. Every ticket purchased will benefit the special needs community here in Kansas City. Get your tickets at royals.com/special day. It's important that you do that so we can raise some funds for the special needs community. Look forward to it, folks. The last game, come out and join us. Have a little party out in left field outside the parking lot. Want to have you. Enjoy it. Parents with special needs come out there, the whole families. It's really an opportunity for families to enjoy a Royals game, and we get their tickets for them.
Alcides Escobar got a 2-run 5th going with a 1-out walk. Speaking of parents with special needs kids, we got to meet Rays general manager Eric Neander, who was nice enough just to drop by the booth and introduce himself, and you guys were chatting about both having special needs sons.
Right, with UP syndrome. He has a 2-year-old son, Cade's 21. And I wanted to meet him. I'd heard that him and his beautiful wife had their 2nd child, and it was so interesting to hear his story and how, you know, parents deal with that and in the early stages, and then the birth, and then moving forward with their children. It's interesting.
Nice guy.
Yes.
35 years old.
Right, young.
Mm-hmm. Gomez comes in from right, and he's got it. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Looks like Kevin McCarthy's coming in with the Royals leading by 1. Back from the disabled list is complete. Here's his Pizza Ranch for the win line. 7 strikeouts over 5 innings. He allowed 2 runs in the third. He got some nice defense from Brett Phillips on more than one occasion. So he continues to pitch well against the Rays. And on this mound, over his last 2 starts, Danny Duffy has struck out 23 in 13 innings. Ooh. And the velocity was back. That was noticeably down before he went on the disabled list.
I thought he was excellent. Oh, wow.
McCarthy gets a ground ball. 1 pitch, 1 out against Kevin Kiermaier. Chevy call to the bullpen for Kevin McCarthy. He pitched a scoreless 8th inning here on Tuesday.
"101 back at you. What you gonna do?" Doesn't give him any time to react. Look, it almost took his glove off of his hand. Nice play.
Two pitches, 2 outs. Do you think Jesus Sucre is going to take the first pitch?
He should.
Do you think he'll take the first 2 pitches?
It is a getaway day for the Royals. I believe the Rays
They stay here to play the Red Sox.
He'll take a few more then. If it was a getaway day for both, he might be hacked.
Plus, being a catcher, he's aware of giving his pitcher a little extra time, although Adam Kolarek may not be coming back out.
You will rarely see it anymore. There it is.
There it is. Eske, off of his glove. Almost a 3-pitch inning for Kevin McCarthy. Well, I guess you could use some reverse psychology there, right? McCarthy, it was safe to assume that he could just throw one right down the middle. So Sucre, who was 0 for 2 and 2 for his last 27, probably was not in the mood to give away a strike.
Found a hole. Rarely gets an infield hit.
Alex Smith takes a strike. He's 2 out of 3.
It's fast, the surface, especially the dirt. Eske was telling me that it picks up speed once it gets on the dirt and off of the turf.
That's very unique to have a dirt infield with the artificial surface instead of the dirt cutouts around the bags. And this is not traditional AstroTurf. It's much slower than the old turf. Witt throws out Smith, so it's a quick inning anyway. And McCarthy gets the game to the 7th inning with the Royals leading 3-2.
with their favorite NBA team for Oklahoma City Thunder Day this Sunday. Purchase a theme ticket to receive an exclusive Thunder and KC branded cap, so you can rep both teams in style. Visit Royals.com/theme tickets to purchase now.
Adam Kolarek stays in the game with Merrifield, Gordon, and Perez coming up. He pitched the 6th, allowing just a single. And a 3-hit night for Whit Merrifield. All 3 singles. His first 2 hits went to right, and now a base hit to center field, and he's on to begin the 7th inning. And just like we promised, it's time for the Miller Hold True moment. It's already been a big night for Alex Gordon. He doubled in the 1st inning. Ended up stealing third base and scoring the Royals' first run on a Lucas Duda base hit. He walked and stole another base in the 3rd, and then drove in a run with a single in the 5th.
Check him out using those hands. Wow, he's freeing up his body.
Now this is a bottom line results business, and Alex's overall numbers have not been great over the past month, but it seems like this is as good as he has swung the bat all year. Now he grounds out to Bowers, out at second, pitcher covering, and Kolarek, he was dancing around the bag, but first base umpire Scott Berry says that he got his foot on the bag. The Royals will take another look at it.
Bauer, good play by Bauer. He's got it over there. Look, man, that was a really nice double play. Adames, shortstop. He didn't even take a step. He just showing off his arm. Now is he going to find it? He did. I think he got his toe on there.
So 3-6-1 with the double play.
Helped himself.
So 2 outs, and now Salvador Perez, and he takes outside, ball 1. So he put Dave Holtzman on it. Just seems like Alex has really been swinging the bat well. He's not getting a lot of hits. Sure enough, if you go by line drive rate, 1 ball, 1 strike. His batting average in the last 30 days is 103rd in the American League. His line drive rate is 9th in the American League. So he's hitting the ball hard, but at the moment without a lot of good fortune. And that is without good fortune. Malik Smith goes diving in left field to take a hit away from Salvador Perez. Stretch time in St. Pete. The Royals lead by 1. Remember all that talk about J.D. Martinez and Jose Ramirez leading the league in home runs? Now it's Chris Davis. That was his 39th home run in Target Field. He almost hit into the upper deck to the opposite field. So the A's are leading. Houston did not play today in the West. Speaking of contending teams, the Yankees are grateful for their deep bullpen because Aroldis Chapman is on the disabled list in our University of Kansas Health System injury report update with some left knee issues. They had just acquired Zach Britton from the Orioles when we were in New York.
Well, that Davis, he's a beast. He can hit homers line to line. It doesn't matter. He's got some tremendous power.
Matt Duffy is on for a third time tonight. That's his second hit to go with a walk. And the Rays have their leadoff man on in the bottom of the seventh.
Yep, you know, Duffy, he's had injuries the last couple of seasons with his ankle, really bad. He was telling me he thought his career could be over because it just wasn't healing. And he was having issues with it. But he rehabbed it, worked hard. He stayed steady on their plan, the doctor's plan, and he was able to get range of motion and get the feel back. He's a really talented hitter.
Left Achilles.
Yeah.
And then hamstring problems earlier this year. 3-2 Royals.
I've never fortunately had an Achilles, and I've had some friends that have busted those.
I'll bet you have two of them.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't had an injury to one of them, and they're really tough to come back from.
2 on, nobody out. Royals went with the overshift, and the Rays took full advantage here, and now Bowers continues to pull himself out of that deep slump. He has 2 hits tonight.
Yeah, Rays general manager Eric Neander said that they have a lot of confidence in Bowers. He's in a little spell right now, but they like him and they like his future, so they're going to stick with him.
There's Tim Hill getting ready in the bullpen. McCarthy had a quick 6th inning. 3 ground balls and an infield single. And he needs a ground ball right here with C.J. Cron, who was grounded into 9 double plays this year. Tonight he's been hit by a pitch. He has an infield single and he is struck out. All those plate appearances came against Danny Duffy. Timing play there with Whit Merrifield. Salvi, well, we don't want to give signs away, but sometimes it comes from the catcher. Timing play.
Yep. And McCarthy, you know, he's a real tough guy, good, really tough competitor, and he's an athlete. He works well off the mound. So sometimes infielders, they'll have their own pickoff play with him, and they'll put it on when he's looking, and sometimes the catcher gives it.
Grounded right to Whit. He's going to run to second and throw to first, high and into the dugout. And he may have had a little more time than he thought with Cron running up the line.
Yeah, you know, we talk about how important your feet are really in lining up your throws, and when you're not balanced properly, this can happen. Watch it. This is an unusual play for him to have to come to the base, run this many steps, and he was a little bit, his timing was off. And so that's unfortunate. Give him a run like that. And that's, again, what the shift does. It's not exact.
So the Rays tie it They have a runner at first with one out, and here comes Tim Hill.
Join Fox Sports Kansas City at the Kansas City Marathon on Saturday, October 20th. Distance options include a 5K, 10K, half and full marathons. All runners receive a shirt and finisher's medal along with free food and free beer after the race. Start your training and get registered at kcmarathon.org.
Tim Hill comes on with a runner at second base. And one out. Ball one to Joey Wendell. Hill pitched last night, came on and gave up a couple of hits and then departed. Outside again, 2 balls and no strikes. Wendell is driven in one of the Rays' runs tonight with a sacrifice fly. And that is ruled low, 3-0.
Okay, sinker, slider, changeup combinations working right here. Just lower part of the zone.
Two on, one out.
Hill, he's a ground ball pitcher. He can roll one up, although Adames is very fast. He's quick. He tough to double. He beat out an infield single, a 2-hopper to Dozier earlier. And Ned's not going to leave him in.
Well, there has been no easing Jake Newberry into the big leagues. Refreshing saves from Price Chopper and Aquafina. Sign up at mypricechopper.com/saves to save on Aquafina when the Royals get a save. Jake Newberry made his big league debut on Monday night in a 1-0 game and handled himself just fine. Going an inning and 2/3 with his mom and his fiancée here. And now he comes on in a tie game with 1 out in the 7th inning. And the Rays have 2 on for Willie Adames. And Newberry retired Adames on a line drive to right field on Monday night.
Fastball, slider, changeup. Low 90s. He might hit a mid-90 pitch, but he has better control when he's less velocity. Going to find out coming in the middle of an inning, a couple runners on, the importance of getting ahead of hitters and throwing strikes, because fall behind that hitter now, he's looking for a cookie. He knows he's got to throw a strike.
Timeout had been called. A ball got away from the Rays bullpen and rolled behind first base umpire Scott Berry.
So Adames saw that was a fastball, and he's going to be sitting on it.
Good spot. Salvia the target down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Duffy singled, Bowers singled, and then Crone hit a ground ball to Whit Merrifield, who had to run from where he's standing right now. So running toward home plate, stepped on second and made a wild throw to first. Grounded foul, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that allowed Duffy to score on the air. And Tim Hill came on and walked Joey Wendell to put 2 on for Adames. No, 3-2. Kevin Kiermaier is on deck. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's a walk. And it loads the bases with 1 down. McCarthy is responsible for the runner at third. Hill is responsible for the runner at second. And now Newberry is responsible for the runner at first. And here's Kiermaier, who is 0 for 3.
He can get out of it right here. Just put him in the lane. Good little firm 2-hopper to Whitley. Or excuse me, Whit. Multi-hit Whit.
Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kiermaier's lost a couple of hits tonight on diving play in center field by Phillips. And a good play on a ground ball back to the mound by McCarthy. 2-1. And now Brandon Maurer warms up. 2-2. Right now, he is the Royals' long man out of the bullpen, but I wonder if at some point Brian Flynn would be an option at some point in a game like this with all those ground ball double plays he's gotten.
Yeah, you would think.
Three and two. There's Brian on the right, sitting with Jason Hamill. Ryan Eichste, Royals bullpen catcher. Still 3 and 2. There's the ground ball. Out at second, and no double play, and the Rays take the lead. But the Royals now think that there might have been an illegal slide at second base by Willie Adames. Escobar and Witt are complaining. And so Dale Swaim will get on the phone with Bill Duplessis. Oh, yeah. He wasn't even reaching for second base, and he clearly, Adames clearly was making an attempt, changing his path to take out Escobar. I mean, that was almost as if he doesn't know the rules. I mean, he wasn't even reaching for first base.
Let's have a little flashback of the early 2000s, late 90s. Good hard slide, but got to be reaching for that bag and got to be able to touch it in the new rules.
Escobar, by the way, did make contact with the bag. Now that's important because he came close to missing it. So the Royals, if Escobar had missed second base, when they challenge a play, they look at everything.
Yep.
So he just barely got his toe on there, but that's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, Witt, see his backhand flip like that, that was good. There was nothing wrong with that. That's the quickest way, as long as you follow it and you get it there. But that's the old-fashioned style of breaking up a double play, that's for sure. Escobar did a nice job of getting up out of the way. He could read the slide coming. When you do that backhand flip, you want to make sure your elbow is above the ball. That way you can get a little bit more accuracy in following it.
Out, double play, so the game remains tied. So the Rays get a break on the Royals' error. The Royals get a break on the illegal slide by Willie Adames. So it's 3-3 to the 8th.
Roll them up.
Brought to you by Ford. Going further so you can. From Tropicana Field to the airport and back home late tonight when this game is over and this 7-game road trip comes to an end, and then the Royals are home for 8 games in 10 days. The Royals have led tonight 1-0 and 3-2, but now it's 3-3 to the 8th, and Jose Alvarado comes on. It's the 3rd time he's appeared in this series. The Royals have Duda, Herrera, and O'Hearn.
Yep, no one's doing a whole lot off in 57th game. 195 opponent average, 2.38 ERA, 59 strikeouts. He's got good stuff. 97 to 99. Hard cutter slider. Very good movement on that fastball. I don't think I've seen movement on a fastball that good all year out of this kid's arm, out of his hand.
Tailing in on a left-hand batter.
That's boring in.
He saved the game on Monday. That was a 1-0 game. And there's a slider going away from Duda. And then last night, Alvarado was called on to get the last out of the 8th. So he has faced 5 in this series and struck out 3.
Got a bright future with that stuff he's got. Man. No question. 6'2", 245, just 23 years old. Jose Alvarado, you know, is one of those closers. Of course, you know his heroes, Chapman for the Yankees. He's a left-handed closer, but he's fairly new in the league, and not a lot of people have seen him. When I say people, I mean hitters.
Who are people?
Yep, they are, but I mean, like, we've all haven't seen him either, but that stuff is tough. It's so much easier to be sitting up here than trying to hit that.
How about a triple? No balls, 2 strikes. That would put the go-ahead run at 3rd with 1 out, and it would mean a $1,000 donation to the KC Urban Youth Academy, courtesy of the Kansas City Honda dealers.
And so, in order to take care of a young man like Alvarado, you put him next to a veteran, Sergio Romer, as a locker, his locker mate, somebody who can mentor him, you know, talk to him and help him along. Because Romo, I mean, there's no, you know, he'll be a free agent at the end of the year, and who knows what their plans will be with him. I'm sure they could re-sign him or somebody else. They're even talking about possibly other teams that want him in trade before the 31st of August. Because you have to be on the active roster before the 31st in order to be eligible for postseason.
One ball, 1 strike on O'Hearn. I've got Sucre. Rays pitchers have struck out 10 tonight. And for the Royals, that's 60 strikeouts in their last 5 games. So Rays fans go to a furniture store to get coupons for tacos and chips. O'Hearn hits it on the ground to second. And Alvarado gets the job done in the top of the 8th. The Rays will have their 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up in a 3-3 tie. Of the game, and he has a little button on his shirt there that says "My first game," which he does not want on his shirt. But someday he's going to grow up, he'll be watching the Royals on TV, and he'll say, "Hey, Mom and Dad, you know what? I think someday I'd like to go watch the Royals play the Rays in St. Petersburg." And they'll say, "Guess what? You've already been there." Yeah. And she'll have the pictures to prove it if he'll leave his hat on.
It's getting late.
Brandon Maurer and G-Man Choi, who comes on as a pinch hitter, and he chops it out to Witt. 1 pitch, 1 away. Maurer is the 5th Royals pitcher tonight. Duffy went 5 and allowed 2. McCarthy, an inning in the 3rd, he gave up a run, unearned. Tim Hill faced a batter, and Jake Newberry, in his 2nd big league game, came on and he gave up a walk to load the bases, and then he got a double play to get out of the inning. And now we'll get another pinch hitter. Michael Perez is going to hit for Jesus Sucre. Choi, who just grounded out, was hitting for Carlos Gomez.
Perez 0 for 1. He's a pinch hitter. Maurer, mid to upper 90s with his fastball. Slider, a lot of them lately. Slider and changeup. The changeup's a pitch probably he should stay away from. Stay with his fastball slider combination, and more sliders we've seen out of him lately. And it's been working.
One and 2 on Michael Perez. He has 3 hits and 3 runs scored in the first 3 games. When Wilson Ramos was traded to the Phillies, Jesus Sucre, who started tonight, got the first shot at being the Rays' regular catcher. But after he struggled, Perez is getting a longer look.
Yep, they like his receiving skills. Ball boy did a nice job there, knocked that ball down. That's his job, stand out there, protect the catcher. That was coming in hot.
Struck him out. 2 down in the 8th inning.
Hey, Maurer, he's recorded at least 1 strikeout in 8 of the last 10 appearances. He's working that fastball slider combo, especially climbing the ladder like that. Challenge those hitters.
Two outs to Malik Smith. He has a 2-hit game and a stolen base. In the 9th, the Royals have Dozier, Phillips, and Escobar. And it looks like they'll be facing Sergio Romo. Nedjos also has Mondesi on the bench. That's blasted to center field. Phillips is back, and it's off the wall. And Smith will hold with his 2nd double of the night. Came very close to hitting a home run.
That was loud.
He has a couple this year.
Yeah, and you know that bat of his, we thought it might have cracked. I don't think so. Ball jumped like that. He hit it high off the wall. I mean, that like stuck 2 feet. You see, about 3 feet.
3 feet?
Maybe. Maybe more.
More?
I don't know.
About a foot.
Okay. Still, he's got 2 outs. He can get out of it here. Duffy, though, he's a guy that's tough to in this situation. Uses the whole field. Hits 287. He knows himself.
And he's had a good night. And he has 2 hits, 1 to left, 1 to right.
Yeah, he's not gonna overswing.
Slider away, makes it no balls, 2 strikes. He was tempted, 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Well, one of the things too about Duffy, he just doesn't overstride. He barely strides at all. Really trusts his hands. Guys like that can be a little bit tough in the situation here. I'd stay with a slider. I'm not going to give him a heater anywhere close.
Bauer strikes out 2 in a scoreless bottom of the 8th. Hunter Dozier will lead off in a 3-3 tie.
season game. Plus, get a free subscription to MLB At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv to take advantage of this special offer.
Sergio Romo is on for a third time. He saved the game on Tuesday and saved the game last night. He's pitched 2 innings. He's given up 3 hits. And now pitches in a tie game in the 9th inning. Michael Perez stays in the game behind the plate. He pinch hit for Sucre in the 8th inning. 0-1 on Hunter Dozier. Brandon Lau is in left field. So officially he's out there for Choi, who was a pinch hitter for Gomez in the 8th. So Lau goes to left and Malik Smith moves to right. No balls, 2 strikes. Well, this was the matchup here that we were hoping to see. But then the game came to an abrupt end when Rosel Herrera was thrown out at the plate. We're hoping to get Hunter Dozier to the plate representing the tying run. Chopped out to third. Duffy slings it, and Bowers was able to keep his foot on the bag. Duffy got a little careless with that throw, and it almost cost him an error.
Still had a lot on the throw. Watch him now. He's going to load up, throw off that right leg, and got a lot on the throw. Excellent job by Bauer to make the adjustment, switching his feet and catching the ball in foul territory. That's a nice play by Bauer. Duffy too.
We were just talking about this earlier on the trip. Lucas Duda was saying that's the hardest play for a first baseman. Receiving a throw from a third baseman who is charging in.
And the runner. You know,
you get the ball and the runner arriving at the same time.
Exactly. Big distraction.
So that's what Bowers had to deal with after that ground ball from Dozier. 0-1 on Phillips. He is 0 for 3. Shallow left center field. Kiermaier is on it. 2 outs. We hope to see you on Tuesday for our last T-shirt Tuesday of the season, and it will honor Hall of Famer Denny Matthews and his 50 seasons of radio broadcasting. A microphone with the number 50, and it simply says Denny. That's to the first 10,000 fans before the Royals take on the Tigers at 7:15. That's Tuesday.
Romo's tough to hit. Couple different sweeping sliders he uses. And change-ups against lefties. 85 to 87 max, sinking fastball, but he has a lot of deception. Different arm angles, different speeds, makes him tough.
Escobar on one hop out to Wendell. Romo has another scoreless inning in this series, and we head to the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Brian Flynn with Bowers, Crone, and Wendell coming up.
2 extra innings as the Royals looking to end a tough road trip on a high note. Joel Goldberg, Jeff Montgomery, getting ready for Boulevard Royals Live. We'll be talking about Danny Duffy's return from the DL, solid tonight. Plus Whit Merrifield, Alex Gordon, the 1-2 hitters leading the way on offense. That, Ned Yost, and we'll get you ready for the Cleveland Indians coming up on Boulevard Royals Live.
Thank you, Joel. Here's Brian Flynn for the first time in this series. He pitched well on Sunday in Chicago and gave Ned Yost some innings, but he gave up 1 run, and that happened to be the deciding run, so he took the loss. That's a swing on Bowers. Bowers is batting third, so Flynn will get the 3, 4, 5 hitters. Left-hand batter Bowers, right-hand batter Crone, left-hand hitter Wendell. One ball, 1 strike. Been a back and forth game tonight. The Royals got a run in the first to lead for the first time against the Rays in this entire series, season series, 7th game. The Rays took a 2-1 lead with 2 in the 3rd. The Royals got 2 in the 5th to take a 3-2 lead, and then the Rays tied it in the bottom of the 7th. Two and two.
Sink that fastball, slider, change, curve, keep it down. He knows how to do it. Been doing a great job all year.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, where was it? Right where Flynn and Perez wanted it. That's a leadoff walk to Bowers.
Come on, that's a strike. Got to give him that.
And now C.J. Crone. Well, all Brian Flynn needs to do is roll up another double play.
Yep, he's got him right where he wants him.
It's a broken bat into right field, and it drops in front of Herrera. And now Bowers will go first to third. And the Rays have the winning run 90 feet away with nobody out.
Broken bat. It hurt his hands even.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about it.
No. Oh well.
So a leadoff walk on a close pitch and a broken bat base hit. And you know what? Give Crone some credit. It's a guy with 24 home runs this year, and he did not look like he was trying to win the game with a home run. The Royals were giving him the right side of the infield, and what we were talking about earlier in the game, you know, Willie Wilson's line, you come to the plate and the game will tell you what you need to do here. And it looked like he was just trying to advance a runner.
Yeah, and he's just hitting 202 with a runner in scoring position. He's doing little things there. It's good.
Tonight's copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Kansas City Royals. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Kansas City Royals Baseball Club.
But he looked like he was trying to shorten up his swing. Now the infield's got to come in. You know, got to make the play at the plate here. Outfield shallow.
Royals also have to bring the outfield in. And Wendell takes outside, ball 1. Sacrifice fly line, so by playing shallow, anything in front of those lines, advantage to the Royals outfielder and his ability to throw out a runner tagging from third.
Especially with the Royals' arms out there. They have really good arms, above average.
That was way inside, and Wendell swung at it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wendell has faced Flynn before. He is 1 for 2. Kiermaier, a couple of batters down the road, has also faced Flynn. And that's it as far as Rays in the game. Good location, trying to get a ground ball at the infield end, but Wendell wouldn't go for it. 2-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Well, this is Rays baseball. They have played the most 1-run games in the major leagues, and actually over half of their games this year have been either 1-run or 2-run games. Good spot. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Right-hand hitting Willie Adames is on deck. Bowers opened the inning with a walk on a close pitch. And then Crone dumped a single into right to get Bowers to third. Infield in, outfield in. Ground ball to Escobar. And he gets the out. Crone goes to second. But most importantly, Bowers remains at third. And now we'll see what the Royals do here with an open base and a right-hand batter coming up.
That wasn't an easy play, that's for sure. Esky made sure to keep it in front of him. He looked like a hockey goalie just sitting there in front of that ball and didn't want to get by him here. 2 hands, very sure on the play.
And now the Royals are going to send Adames on his way, setting up a force at any base. And it also sets up another lefty-lefty. Now the Royals will have a little discussion, talk about what to do on a ground ball. Kiermaier can run, HUD, so it will have to be a perfect double play ground ball. Yeah. Royals to try that and not maybe sacrifice an out and just go to the plate.
Yeah, no, they got to get the out of the plate.
And they'll keep the infield in.
Everything. I mean, it's pretty simple. If they got a play they can handle, they go right home. Don't worry about 2 unless he hits it hard.
But the way they're set up right now, I don't think either Escobar or Merrifield could get to second in time.
Nope.
Down and away to Kiermaier. He had a chance to put the Rays in front in the 7th inning. He came up with the bases loaded and 1 out, just like this situation. Tie game, and Jake Newberry in his 2nd big league game got in a ground into a double play. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, we hope if Kiermaier continues to do that, it'd be nice if he could get a strikeout.
Two balls, 1 strike. Flynn, of course, has the most double plays of any reliever in the major leagues, 16.
You know, he's wanting to pitch to contact. Now, he has just 39 strikeouts in 64 and a third innings, so he's not a strikeout pitcher. He's a contact pitcher.
2-2.
Maybe he can get the job done here.
Another left-hand batter on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Alcides Escobar takes a few steps toward the mound and claps his hands together, trying to give Ryan Flynn a little extra encouragement.
Yeah, you got to make him earn it.
Ground ball, play at the plate, and dropped. Ryan O'Hearn made a nice play on a shot by Kiermaier, but his throw was low. And that's how the Rays win the game. It's a throwing error charged to Ryan O'Hearn. So Flynn got the ground ball. It was a hard hit ground ball by Kiermaier. And Jake Bowers, who reached with the leadoff walk, scores the winning run.
Looked like a one-hopper. He had plenty of time to set his feet. Salvi tried to reach for it and keep his foot on the base like a first baseman. You know, this is kind of unusual for a catcher to do that, but just couldn't pick it up in his catcher's glove.
So the Rays sweep this series, and they sweep the season series from the Royals. So that's a game-winning run, but we're going to call our Jeep drive of the game. The slugging first baseman C.J. Cron with a broken hit base hit to right really set up this inning.
Yeah, it did. You know, there was not a runner in scoring position, but he swung the bat like it was. He was just trying to move the runner, and that's not like a normal power hitter who's got a lot of home runs, but it worked.
So the Rays tie the game at 3 on an error, and they win the game in the 9th inning on another error. Final score 4-3. We'll be right back.